Greetings, I'm Demonac, and it's arena time.
And it's time for another daily climb as the Defect. The scores are super high on this one, so I guess it's probably not that hard, but I'm sure it's possible to screw up. You have a 50 card deck. All enemies start with the slow debuff, and you only get 2 card choices each time, which, of all the drawbacks, is pretty irrelevant when you're starting with a 50 card deck. So, let's see what we can do. Moving cards would be nice, but again, it has so much less impact than normal. You can't make a thin deck. But upgrading makes less difference either. Let's go this way. There's 1 elite. We should just hit as many elites as possible. 1, 2, and a camp. No, it looks like 2 elites is the max. Going up through this way. We could maybe take a shop instead of one of them, but yeah, okay, this seems like a good place. Let's go. Try and play reasonably fast. I didn't look at my deck. Oh, well, it's the first fight. We'll just, like, screw around. So this refunds its energy after it obliterates them. Die. Oh, look, energy back. Echo form would be expensive. Boot sequence gain 10 block and exhaust. That's innate, so that's always going to start in play. That's pretty sweet. Well, since he's not going to do any damage, I guess we'll double the next card we place. We just didn't have enough attacks to kill him or anything. And now you're super dead. All for 1. Deal 10 damage. Put all cost 0 cards from your discard pile into your hand. Wow. Okay. Detroit Smash. That would be all for 1. Yeah, whatever. That's supposed to be 1 for all. Anyway, so I could get a claw. I should really take a look at what's in my deck. Okay. Skim, Force Field, Hologram is very good in a big deck. Zap can be made free. Pile Driver, draw some cards, Force Fields. And Force Fields start expensive. You have to have played powers to make them cheaper. Sunder is interesting. You got to be able to kill something, which sometimes is easy and sometimes later on can be very hard. It's just 10 damage to 1 target. It's not 10 to all. But adding all the 0-cost cards from me is crazy. Overclocks are awesome in a 50-card deck, because who cares about the burns? FTL, Rainbow, Seek. Upgrading your Rainbow normally is awesome. It's pretty pointless, because all it does is not exhaust, right? Yeah, so in a deck this size, who cares? Defragment to just gain a focus. If upgrading that makes it 2 focus, which is pretty good. But I think we're probably going to want to aim more for... I don't know if we can get the 0-cost cards working. So this is awesome because it's innate. So this is just like having the Anchor Relic. Except just taking up a card in hand. The top 4 cards of your draw pile, you can discard any of them. The Chaos and the Darkness are pretty weak until you upgrade them. Woo, dual cast. Another Defrag. Jeez. Turbo has gained 2 energy and it adds a void to your discard pile. Like the Overclock, those should be pretty good in this format. That's just a good damaging card. Echo Form. Hyper Beam. 25 damage to all enemies and lose 3 focus. I mean, in the first act, that's most places that'll just kill everything that's not an elite. Genetic Algorithm. That's probably not that great, because how often are you going to draw it? But in a 50-card deck, but who knows? Another Echo Form. Jeez. We start with a Fusion. Storm. Does Storm become innate? Yes, it does. Probably going to want to get that Storm going. Although, a lot of the powers are expensive. Oh, man. It's going to be confusing. I'm going to take the Claw. It seems dumb, but we got some stuff to support 0-cost things, and I want to leave that opportunity open. So, gain 2 focus and lose an orb slot. It's expensive, though. We're going to play the boot sequence, obviously. Oh, right, and all the enemies have slow. That's the other thing that's going on here. So the more 0-cost cards you can play, the more you're going to beat them up. So play this. Oh, it won't give me that thing back because it's exhausted, but... Defragment, an orb, and... You get the Darkness Orb, and then the focus. This dealing 10 damage is also... Like, how long is the fight going to go? Let's do the Darkness. And since we can't do both of these things, we'll do Consume. We've only got 2 orb slots for the rest of the fight. Dual Cast will probably blow him up. Hyper Beam would almost blow him up. Yeah, Hyper Beam for 25, and then he'd take 5 from this. It's not quite fatal. But let's see what we get from Seek. We could do genetic algorithm. I mean, that's short term not helpful, but long term it might be the thing to do. His power's played twice, and I'm gonna be able to play the power. Oh, damn it. Claw. FTL is damage and draw a card. Hold on. So he's got only one slowly. So if I FTL, it should work. If I rebound FTL, it should still work. So if you have played less than 3 cards this turn, it's got to be in the first 3. Is that counting itself or not? Oh, damn. I don't actually know. So let's see. So I played 2 cards. Is this going to draw a card? It is. It went back on top. I'm going to take damage here, though. Or, no, if I Hyper Beam him now, he's going to take extra damage because of the slow. Yeah, so he's actually dead. Zap. Bronze, gain Thorns, add a card. I mean, Ball Lightning is better than your average card, but I'm just going to skip. Puddle made of slime goop. Lose 11 hit points, gain 75 gold. I wasn't really planning on shopping this level. That's a pretty long-term goal. Or lose 20 gold. 20 gold is not very much. Whatever, we'll lose the hit points. Those hit points can come back, right? We're not... I mean, it's a gigantic deck, so the curse wouldn't hurt as much. I just gained the gold, though. I'm going to take the no pain on this one. Okay. An actual fight. All for one is not to all enemies. Glacier, boot sequence, first off. If we Glacier, then we're just not going to take any damage this turn. And I can still genetic algorithm. Let's do that so next time it'll be less worthless. Obviously didn't need it right now, but it's an investment in the future, maybe. So we're going to rebound is, if we play cards first, rebound should do enough damage because of the slow. We're going to overclock. Compile Driver would draw us 2 cards. The Rainbow would do 8 damage to someone from this, and then give us a bunch of block. I don't know if that's that relevant, though. Compile Driver. So Rebound will kill him, right, if we do that now. So let's Rebound. Say something about trying to play fast. Good luck with that. I don't want to take damage from him, so you know what? Let's just Rainbow. Oh, look, blocked. Oh, look, Hyper Beam. Big Potion. Auto Shields, doesn't become an 8, right? No. Okay, nuts to that. Turbo, however, we're just going to take the turbos. Because taking one makes it less likely we'll do another turbo. Alright, so against him, it would be nice to build up a little bit first. The point of playing the boot sequence is not going to do anything. I could rebound the turbo, which would do not much for me right now, because I've got enough energy already, but it would give it back to me next turn. The void does go into discard pile. Yeah, okay. Consume is making my stuff more powerful. I don't want to blow up. Oh, that's it. I'll if I rebound, I will actually break him open, which I don't want to. So we're going to consume. And then if I claw him, it's still 3 damage, and he'll take 5, so it won't break his armor. So we should get another turn. And I guess there's no point in playing those things. Still sleeping. Okay. We gotta build up soon. But now we can do more stuff. I don't have a lot of orb slots for some reason. Possibly my fault. So this would do 1 lightning. And then I'd gain 1 frost and I'd end up with the 1 frost and 1 dark. It would blow off both the lightning orbs and deal 20 damage. I don't think that's worth it. Let's get the plasma orb. And defragment. And then I think he's gonna wake up soon. So next turn we gotta like attack. Gotta go psycho. Okay, overclock. Oh, we got overclock into turbo. That's nice. Now I can do more stuff. Okay, I've never actually seen the void card before. Like, it describes what it does, but now... So, when this card is drawn, lose 1 energy, and it's ethereal, so it will go away. Okay. But it is when it's drawn, so discarding wouldn't prevent it from being annoying. Alright, let's rainbow some... I guess I could skim first. Oh, I can do all kinds of stuff. This will probably screw me if I do it, so that's a concern. White noise gives me a random power that costs 0. That would make the force field cheaper for later. Let's do that. Bias cognition. Hello. I don't know how long this fight's going to last, but we're going to do that. So we got 7 focus. So Hyper Beam would not even put us into negative focus yet. We're going to rainbow. What can we do with Seek? Because I could get another turbo. Oh, if I was smart, I would have Seeked first, got the Amplify, and gotten double value out of that power, but okay. Not that smart. Sunder's not going to kill him, so that's pointless. Making him vulnerable doesn't work, because that's against attacks. It's not helping our stuff. Really? That's everything? Okay. Huh. Well then, let's just take... If it's zero, like I can rainbow and then hyper beam and still do something at 0 cost. It might, or I could take the turbo and then glacier. He's not going to attack first turn anyway, so that's not worth it. So yeah, let's. We got to self repair. You didn't notice that because I'm an idiot. It's an important detail. Alright, let's just take the FDL. It's kind of wasted, but it'll do a little bit more damage. And it costs 0, so it's fine. So we're going to rainbow. Alright, we're getting energy from the plasma anyway. Yeah, he's awake now. Playing more cards in a turn means we're doing more damage. How much is the Hyper Beam doing right now? 45? We're going to Glacier, it'll do... Only 6 damage. That'll actually do a lot more damage if it sits around. Damn it. I guess we just... Yeah, we're better off not playing that. So we're just going to play one of these. Just for the extra 10% there. And then Hyper Beam for a fair chunk. Okay. So all that focus built up the Dark Orb like crazy. Now if we can blow it off, that would be great. Unfortunately, not a great hand. We can hologram for something. Hologram a turbo might be a good choice. That gives us 2 more energy. Turbo would be a 2 energy. Turbo gets up to 4. Doesn't actually help that much, so no. Hologram Hyper Beam kills him. I think. We got plus... That doesn't help any. Huh, does the Hyper Beam kill him? I don't think we're going to play enough cards first, because it's 25. plus the hologram, so it's going to be plus 10%, which is like 2, so it's like 27. This doesn't deal the damage unless we break it off, though, so I think we're better off rainbowing. It just doesn't seem right, but yeah, I don't know. I didn't use the boot sequence. That would give me a bunch of block and I would not take damage. That's something I say too. Okay. Let's just do that. We'll go defensive. So our orb will build up, and then next turn if we break it off, it'll be fine. Okay, boot sequence. And then genetic algorithm, we would still take a little bit of damage, but we would be permanently buffing the genetic algorithm. Or we can just force field and not take the damage. Oh wait, we wouldn't have taken the damage anyway because of the frost orbs. I definitely should have geneticked. That was dumb. Already making dumb moves. Okay, now this is pretty destructive. So... oh yeah, check it. We got chaos. And having a big dark orb, one of the few uses for dual cast. Explode. Blue candle, so we can now get rid of curse cards for 1 hit point. I mean, in play, like they stay in your deck, but yeah, okay. Into focus, nice. The rebound or cool-headed. I don't think these are really adding anything to my deck. They're only multiple rebounds. Okay, so we're gonna go fight another elite. We actually, we have enough money. I maybe should have shopped, but I get more points for the elite. We'll go to shop eventually. Smith. The zap becomes free. That's pretty good. Hologram doesn't exhaust itself. It's not that much more block, though. Skim. More cards. Who cares? Echo form. Not ethereal. I'm really not worried about that. Overclock is just 1 more card. Seek does become double Seek, which is pretty strong. And the defragments become way more powerful. But I'm really just not as concerned about that stuff. It's just bigger. Sorry, does anything else here become innate? No. Oh, right, the storm becomes innate. So whenever I play a power. How many powers do I have? I wish you could sort. Because I've got 2 echo forms, but they're very expensive. I don't usually want to play them. As much as they're amazing, they're just so expensive. The defragments, okay, so that's a couple more, and then yeah, I don't know if I'm ready to make the storm innate yet, as awesome as innate is in a big deck like this. I think I'm actually better off just upgrading the zap. Sad as that is. Now I can play it every time I get it. He doesn't attack on the first round. This may be a good time to play the echo form. Because how much am I going to do to him, really? Let's just do that. Yeah, and whatever. It doesn't matter whether I play boot sequence or not. Might as well save it. Actually, I should have just blown it off, but it's fine. We have 2 echo forms. I don't know about that. So if I turbo, it'll go off twice. Now, he's going to get enraged for every skill I play, so that's possibly a drawback. If I claw, it'll claw him twice. That's okay. Let's double claw him. And, man. Fusion would give me more energy to play with every turn, or I could echo form. He's enragement when you play a skill, not a power. So he's only hitting me for 6 this turn. Like, I might regret it later, but I'm gonna do this. Just take that more power in the future. Do you want to weaken him now? He'll still technically damage us. It's gonna matter more in later turns. I don't think I'm gonna kill him fast enough, so no, let's just do it now. Whatever. I don't know how long the fight's going to last. Well, my first card every round is being tripled. If I could get the Hyper Beam, we would just kill him. Triple Buffer might save the day. Or Self-Repair would be nice too. Let's try that. It's going to give me 3 stacks of Buffer. It's 2 times... Okay, it's 2 stacks. Sorry. Does the Echo not stack? There's 2 cards. Oh, the first 2 cards you play each turn go off twice. Interesting. Defragment would do 2 more damage. I wish if this was an upgraded defragment, that'd be good. I don't have enough energy to double consume, which would also kill all my slots. Double self-repair? It's really not killing him particularly fast, but I'm going to do it. So I'm not charging him up. Okay, so that's one of our buffers. We gotta try and be more effective here. Okay, I have the Seek. Force field costs 0 now, although he's going to... It'll trigger his thing twice, which is not good. I'm going to trigger his thing a million times no matter what. I can Seek in twice, and then I'm going to get to play the next card twice. Next card. So, let's see what we can do. Sunder's not going to kill him, so it's not going to be worth it. Playing the Hyper Beam twice would be 50 damage, which would go a long, long way. Okay, let's take the Hyper Beam. Second Seek. Beam Cell. Oh, but I have to, it's whichever one I play next, I can't do the Beam Cell first to make him vulnerable, because then my Hyper Beam will only go off once. Boo. Oh, whatever, just do it. I think we got him anyway. Yay! And we'll play the genetic algorithm just for the hell of it. That will do all this stuff. Okay, we're breaking even on the block, so let's not, just in case. Oh, that didn't kill him? Whoops. Well, that's a good thing we recovered. Die, loser. Okay. +1 block on all our block cards. Damage equals to our frost channel. No, I'm not taking that. Charged battery is cool, but I'm not going to worry about that too much. Maybe I should. It's a nice block. Letter opener. We're playing lots of skills. Well, we do that. I can't get over to the shop, so we're just going to keep going up the question marks. Okay, well, boot sequence stops him. I think, like, skim is great and all, but I think we're better off just getting the permanent energy. Well, it's not really permanent, but you know what I mean. And then rip and tear. That puts us in really good shape. Not taking any damage from him first round. And now... Beam Sail. Vulnerable Sunder. Die. I didn't even look at the other cards. Essence of Steel, good stuff. Another Beam Cell, another Steam Barrier. I gotta try and work with the 0-cost cards. We'll get that going. Maybe I should have taken the Steam Barrier because I didn't have one. I don't know. Oh, spin the wheel. I have no control over this at all. My least favorite kind of thing. Heal to full health. Whee! What a prize. It is a good outcome because it didn't involve me taking 1 damage, but it's not really that exciting. So smith something. And I don't care. Upgrading the Echo Forms does nothing for me. If I can't play it, it might as well evaporate. It's probably not coming back. Sunder just gets more damage, which does make it more likely that you can do it for free. Upgrading the Seek is pretty good. Buffer is the next 2 times? Wow. White noise becomes 0. You just play it once and it goes away. I mean, I guess everything is like that in the deck, so upgrading the Zap is arguably the same thing. I don't know. I mean, making these twice as powerful is pretty good. Hyper Beam is just more damage. I mean, it's a lot of damage. Amplify does go up twice, but I don't think the concentration of powers in my deck is enough to really make that work. So... ready to just get this one. No, let's upgrade the Seek. We'll get that Storm eventually. Let's upgrade the Seek, though, because every time it comes up, it's super amazing. Remove a card, transform a card, upgrade a card. Removing a card is not that exciting. Transforming, also not that exciting. What is the least useful card in the deck? All lightning. Glacier, I'm not super fond of, but defensive can be valuable. Unupgraded darkness is not great, that's for sure. Dual cast I should probably get rid of, because I hate dual cast. So with various debates in there, I am really not seeing the dual cast as being all that valuable. People have tried to make the point. I think it's not the point. I'm going to remove the dual cast. Take that. Take that, people who like dual cast. Go up here. Come on, hyper beam. That is not a hyper beam. Well, we can play all this junk. Play the Thorns, kick their ass. But I may have to do that, because I don't have anything to do with all this energy, even if I do that. Defragment. I'm slowing them all to everything. Yeah, do that. And the slow is only for attacks, right? Yeah, so that's really not helping that much. Letter opener, that's helping that much. Turbo, again, it's not going to make a difference. I might as well not play it, but we'll use the liquid bronze here and get the Thorns. And I guess we're going to take some damage. Ow. Ow. Dick. Now the hyper beam, of course. Now, I don't have any way to draw stuff that would help me permanently, so we'll just hyper beam. In 13 block, retain your hand this turn. That's really interesting. I think I'd rather go with the overclock, which isn't costing anything. Just draw more, since the drawback is not what it normally is. Alright. Ball drivers, just more damage. It's not a big deal. Ball lightnings, just more damage. Maybe let's start upgrading these defragments. They're so much better. But we're not overly orb-based right now. Okay. So what's his jerk? Power up. Let's take the focus potion. We gotta use some of these potions anyway. Got all this stuff going on. Okay, we're gonna defrag for sure. Over a long fight. Overclock. Oh, we can skim. I mean, seek. We could also skim, but we could more likely seek because it's free. We've got a turbo, so we're up to like 4 energy this turn. Do I like get the echo form going? Or I could go defragment with my rainbow. Take storm in the echo form and get more things going, or of course I played the defragment first, so that's not as useful. Oh man, that is an interesting choice. We don't need the self-repair for this. The FTL. Could amplify echo form. Maybe that's what we should do. We're not doing. The rainbow would be really good though. Get that stuff building up. Don't want to hyper beam him right now. So maybe I'll take the defragment. So rainbow defragment. Just pretty strong. And yeah. Can't redo the seek. If we're going to play the defragment, maybe we'll take the storm. Where'd it go? I saw it a second ago. Now I lost it. Storm. Okay. Would have been even better if I played before, but whatever. So, yeah. Storm. Defrag. Turbo. Better opener attack. Rainbow. And we might as well just boot these. Boot sequence for the hell of it, even though it does nothing. Take that. Okay, so we got all Echo Form all the time. We're going to play one of those Echo Forms, because now Force Field is free. Turbo. Rebound. The Force Field, which doesn't help us this turn, but will help us next turn. That's 2. If I play one more skill this turn, it'll get him. Equilibrium. Gain 14 block, retain your hand. Well, that's a waste, but it did 5 damage. Oh, wait, that triggered his split, didn't it? Oh, that wasn't the smartest. He's going to get a pretty solid split there. Whoops. That was not the smartest. Okay, sundering them pretty hard. Let's, Beam Cell. Alright, I forgot the Echo. I really should have. Force Field was unnecessary, though. Actually, I can play all that for 0. I really should have done the Sunder. That would have been awesome. Oh, well. Oh, you're having a bad day. Use your split, and unnecessary Force Field. You technically split. Good job. First card I get played every turn is Hyper Beam, so I'm going to have no focus, but, like, whatever. That was bad news for you. Creative AI, sure. Storm Tech. And, yeah, you're having a bad day. So I haven't taken any damage this boss fight. Does that count as a perfect boss? Because I was damaged first. I don't know. But I do know these orbs are going to go off when I do stuff. So, oh wait, I can't Glacier anymore because that was too expensive. Whoops. Now I can. Die. Play the counts as perfect boss. Electrodynamics we want. Just makes things better. Okay, so we could get more slots, which would let us do that thing and not hurt as much. No longer seeing intense is bad. Tiny house is pretty lame. Let's take the inserter. Maybe more energy would be better. I don't know. This should work out okay with that thing, though. And now anything that eats slots, no longer a big drawback.
Show some love to the like button. And don't forget to subscribe to Demon Games for more Hearthstone Arena and other gaming videos.